Alright guys, welcome back to Death Stranding. And we just, we finished a boss fight. And I guess we rescued, I don't know. But it has said we have to rescue her. Let's go ahead and read anything. I don't think we have anything. Yeah, no mail. And no one reads, okay. We don't really need to do anything. We don't have a fragile jump. And we're actually maximum connection with BB, so let's go ahead and just get our stamina back. Because we're gonna have to travel a while. And I do like those glasses now that I can put the red and gold on there. That's pretty cool to me.
One of a kind.
A baby candidate.
Either that, or
A sacrifice.
a foundation. A bridge.
Episode 10, Die Hardman. That was Amelie in Die Hardman, okay. Interesting. What the hell? Oh, okay, so it puts us all the way back over here, alright. And we need to get all the way to Lake Knot City. Why is there a circle on this one as well? I don't know. Alright, and we read in a thing earlier, right here. This is Higgs's house. So I would love to stop there as well. Man, this is gonna take a while. Okay. Well, I think, to be honest, the best thing to do... We have zip lines most of the way through here. But this might be the easiest way to travel. I just don't know. Alright, there's a bike over there.
Sam, it's Hartman. Be advised that chiral density in regions predisposed to strandings has increased dramatically. No doubt the beach is to blame. BTs drawn into our world under these circumstances may be affected in unpredictable ways.
Not around, low roar. Okay, so it only brings us over here. Yeah. So let's go ahead back and we'll go and grab a vehicle.
Listen to what I say. Keep it in mind. This sign of mine. Remember when you wait. The advice I gave. I hope it keeps you safe when I'm not around. When I'm not around. When I'm not around. When I'm not around.
Wow, well, I was trying to just listen to the song, but this... I mean, you can't do anything right there. The truck handles so horribly.
Forwards and backwards and forth. My arrow is pointed straight, just like guitar. What will I do when you're not around? When you're not around. When you're not around. When you're not
Okay.
My arrow is pointed straight, just like guitar. But what will I do when you're not around?
Pathetic. Whatever. Fuck it. I'm heading back east.
Oh, right, we negated it. I mean, we don't have anything. We don't even have our legs. Well, they see me now. Should be alright. Then once we get up here, they can't even shoot at us. Okay, so where is... The paleontologist? That's the closest one. Think of places we can make stuff at. Because we need the... At least for this, we need the all-terrain suit at least. Really wishing I didn't blow up my vehicle. $5,000. Alright, we can go a little bit left. Yeah, it's funny. Well, I guess on this long journey, we can talk a little bit about the game so far. So, to me, you know, they said chapter... Whoa. Didn't mean to even jump. I don't know why he flew like that. But, so far, to me, I think if they would have left, like... the fighting against the BTs and against the mules to be kind of the only combat in the game, I think it would have been what is this? There's an X right there. I think honestly the game would have been a lot better because we're going there anyway. They seem to have made the game around delivering the packages and even at least fighting the BTs. The mules isn't bad, you know. It's pretty fun to fight the mules, except for when they have guns. Then it's kind of like, what the hell. But, yeah, I think if they honestly would have left, like, the combat against Higgs and, dang, what's his name? I've literally had his name in some of the titles. Wow, now I actually have to look.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
What is his name? Clifford Unger. I think the boss fights against them were really the weakest part of the game because they didn't seem to develop gunplay very good or fighting. And so those both parts to me were very kind of boring and just odd
Good to see you safe and sound.
that was even in
You
there.
are incredible, Sam. A real trooper. Thank you for everything. I'll be sure to call on you again.
But the parts where people said were very boring, which was 3 and doing like a lot of these normal orders, I thought were some of the best because since the game is built around it, they did it the best. Wow, this bot sucks.
Deploying autonomous delivery.
But yeah, since they developed the game around delivering the packages and around BTs, even just delivering the random stuff, getting all these people online, I didn't mind at all because let's go ahead and can't do it while we're doing this. There we go. Because it felt good. That's what they made the game around. So I mean, if they would have just kind of left the fighting, I guess, out of it. Guess we can take 2 of those. Let's see, this is for us. I don't even know. Oh, it goes to the paleontologist? That's hilarious. And then we'll go ahead and make some stuff.
Still alive and kicking, I see. You are incredible, Sam. A real trooper. Thank you for everything.
Okay.
Good work. New.
Okay, so we need at least an all-terrain skeleton. Might as well get some power gloves. One more pair of boots. Let's go ahead. We need 4 of these. Let's at least grab, what, 4 of those? No, we'll grab 3 of these. Just in case we need to build something. Nothing else here. I don't think we'll need any guns right now. And there's a vehicle outside. Whoops. And I'm trying to figure out. Might as well take it. We can get as far as we can anyway. Let's see. Yeah, we're just gonna try and get over this mountain into this area where there's no more snow.
Sam, do you copy? I've been looking into Clifford Unger and wanted to share my thoughts. To recap, Unger was a U.S. Special Forces operative whose retirement roughly coincided with the Death Stranding. After he left the service, he somehow became involved in the early BB experiments. However, he died before they ended. Now, while the circumstances surrounding his death are not entirely clear, I'm beginning to suspect that these battlefields of his are at least partially sustained by his enduring emotional attachments. Anger, resentment, regret. I'm pretty sure it's got something to do with the BB experiments. That much seems clear given his repeated attempts to steal Lou. Cliff seems to be driven by a compulsion to reclaim our BB, as if that will make him whole again. A compulsion so powerful that he was not only able to drag himself from the depths of hell, but bring a piece of that hell along with him. One thing's for sure, he's nothing like a BT. We need to know the whole story about his death and his connection to the BB experiments. I'll keep digging and let you know what I find, Sam.
Okay.
Keep on keeping on.
What are you doing, Sam? Making all those noises. Really? We're stuck right here. Well, it was a nice vehicle. Man, since it does seem like I'll be in snow for a little bit longer, maybe I should have made the thermal pad as well. I don't know why I kept saying my battery is fully charged either. Let's see, I think the overall story, even though at some points it can get really confusing, they actually do a very good job of explaining it. Which is interesting because normally you're just left wondering no matter what in Kojima's games. So that's pretty cool. It got really weird over at the beach because Harden was in there, and then Bridget and Amelie seem to be the same person now. I don't, or maybe I was just very confused right then. It was very weird. Why do they keep saying this? And then the cutscenes, the graphics, and most of the gameplay is amazing. Like I said, the only parts of the gameplay that suffer is the combat between people, like Clifford Unger. The mules when they have guns, and Higgs. That's the only time the combat system is messed up. Luckily, you know, you only have, well, we probably have another boss fight against Unger at some point. Oh wow. Didn't actually think we were gonna fall there. Alright, once we're at the time farm, we'll grab a vehicle, and we might even be able to go most of the way there. Ooh. Hold on. Because I should have done this yeah. BB coming through the remote is so annoying. That was... And then the other parts that are kind of annoying are when you kind of just fall for absolutely no reason and seem to bump into stuff again out of nowhere, ruining cargo or hurting yourself. And then vehicle play is honestly bad. It's not as bad as the gunplay with the assault rifle, but it's still bad. If they would have taken a little more time and worked on the gunplay with the assault rifle and the vehicle, let's just do them real quick. In the vehicles, then honestly, the game would have been a lot better, because then the parts where you're facing off against Clifford and Higgs probably wouldn't have been so, in my opinion, boring. Clifford's cool at first, but then when you just have to kill him 4 times, both times that we've seen him, it kind of just gets repetitive and boring. And then the vehicles, when, when you're going anywhere, the truck is just extremely slow unless you have the boost on. I don't know why there's a jump button. It does almost nothing, literally. The motorcycles control a little bit better, but they're a lot worse around rocky areas, which is kind of funny that the bike is worse than a big old truck in a rocky area, but it is, because it hits literally every rock. I might as well take this to him, I guess. Oh, that's all the cryptobiotes there were. Yeah. And then the BTs in, I want to say, in the first 20 hours, it's really cool because it's this new thing you've never done before, you have to hide from and all that stuff. But then, from then until, I want to say, honestly, the last part, it's very annoying because you're just trying to get somewhere over long stretches and there's BTs everywhere and it just can get very annoying. So, I mean, honestly, I love the length of the game because of what you're doing and the story of it. It needs to be long, but oh, I feel like we almost got run over by that. But there's so many just things that are like, man, after a while, this does get repetitive and boring. That they could have cut back a little bit on where the BTs were, or maybe you could have cleared out a BT area. What is this? Free to use. But I mean, so far, it's been a fantastic game.
Come see us again.
Hey, I got a lot of respect for what you're doing.
Everyone does.
And honestly, right now, I would probably give it at least an 8 out of 10 if I rated stuff. Human detection.
We've added a new function to your Odra deck. A human scanner of sorts. That way you can tell if a sneaky mule is hiding behind a wall or whatever. Can't keep it active all the time though, so be careful.
Okay.
Well, don't be.
Good work.
What we were doing. I don't think we really need to fabricate anything. Thanks for the beer, guys. The bikes are useful though when you have not much room to travel in. Okay, so now... Okay, let's go ahead and remove all markers.
Take care, you hear?
And honestly, I should probably take the bike because it's a little bit faster. But if the mules are shooting at us, well, they shouldn't have guns over here, actually. So I shouldn't even worry about that. But I guess if I need to go up rocky terrain, I should have taken the bike. A little easier. Oh no, they got guns. Never mind. Do they just now have guns in all of their places, maybe? If so, that kind of sucks. Please Don't Stop, Chapter 1, by Low Roar. Oh god. I remember this place. This is where we had that debacle with the waterfall. Wow, for some reason, when you hit... Oh, come on. When you hit, the power boost, your vehicle just... It doesn't turn at all. It just... And it actually pulls to the left for some reason. Or at least that's what it's doing to me. Whenever I hit the boost, it pulls left and you cannot control where it goes. So if you're not going straight, good luck. I say the music is fantastic. In fact, the only game that I've played this in 2019 with better music, and I only say better because it actually had me going and finding a new artist that I like, is Days Gone. The music in that game is fantastic. Ooh, I'm going a little far to the right. I mean left.
Sam, you're not going to believe what I found. It's about the BP experiments, their true purpose. According to official records, they were continued in secret on the order of President Strand, supposedly with the primary objective of developing BT detectors and preventing void-outs. Any advancements that could be applied to the fields of chiral communications and beach research were meant to be of purely secondary benefit. But it turns out, that's just a cover story. The truth is, Sam, BBs were originally conceived as catalysts for the operation of the chiral network. They're integrated into the infrastructure of Knot cities for that very reason. Every single one you've brought into the fold. It was probably Amelie herself who installed them as she moved west with the first expedition, carrying out her mother's grand plan, making sacrifice after sacrifice on the altar of progress. President Strand told the people what they wanted to hear and did what she thought had to be done. Also, America could be whole again. But I'm starting to wonder if it didn't cost her her soul. The chiral network is our greatest creation, our proudest achievement, and our guiltiest sin. I don't know how to feel about it all. Maybe if we knew more about Cliff and the BB experiments, we'd be better placed to judge. I'll be in touch.
Man, this one will be titled Dead Man Interrupts Everything. I feel like that all should have been at a different time than just randomly while we're traveling. I don't know why. What is that? Oh, it's the weather station. I'm wondering if there's a bike in here. Oh, there is, okay. Long range strike. Oh, a road. And I absolutely love when games, their music is so good that I want to actually look up the artist and get, you know, or see what they've done. Or if I like any more of their stuff. And so far, Days Gone, Control, and let's see, Doom. Oh, really? We have BTs? What the hell? Sam, could you... No? And... oh yeah, that's one other thing I wanted to mention. For a game where what you do is travel, honestly, him jumping and running can be a lot better. Because you get stuck on a lot of stuff, and he actually doesn't stop running unless you actually physically, like, try to go backwards. So it can get very, very annoying. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. That camera angle is stupid. We need to head... let's see. That's not really connected to anything, I don't think, so we need to head to the right. But, anyway. And... Death Stranding introduced me to... it's an artist called Louis Capaldi. And he's really good. He's a fairly new, only has one album out. But it's fantastic. And then... Control is, Poets of the Fall, who's very good, so...
that's tasty.
It's really cool when games do that. Okay, green, or blue and then green, so... Oh wow, with the all-terrain, I'm guessing that's why. You go really fast in the water. think there's a mule area near. Eh. Not one we have to worry about. Oh, let's get a vehicle from here. And charge our legs.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. All decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Okay, so where... Alright. We're basically on what would be the road if it was built. Oh, okay. Oops. Good thing there's one right here. Let's make sure we stay where the road will be. Very hard to see in this downpour. I'll say that. Oh wow, we're way right of the road. I was gonna say, should the road be here by now? Oh my god. And then when you go forward or reverse, or have to do any of that after you've already gotten on, the vehicle like stops. It's just weird. I don't know. I think we can continue on the road, right? Yes. Oh my god, dead man.
Hey, Sam, I see you're coming up on Lake Knot. Stay strong. We're all rooting for you to finish the job and come home safe. By the way, I've made more progress in a certain investigation. It seems that Clifford Unger willingly put his own child in the care of the scientists conducting the BB experiments. But he did so completely unaware of their true intentions. This is pure speculation, but I think when Cliff found out about their plans, he attempted to reclaim custody. And after he failed, the BB remained in the program's care. In which case, he would have every reason to bear a grudge towards the president, the woman who allowed it all to happen, don't you think? But just because President Strand is dead, doesn't mean his hate died with her. No, I think he redirected it towards Bridges. Towards you and Amelie and anyone close to the director. And now that hate is driving him to set in motion the last Stranding, to bring an end to the world as we know it. Why else would Cliff hold Amelie hostage on the beach? He must know that she's an EE. There's no time to lose. You have to save her and the director. Though I still don't understand how he managed to travel to her beach in the first place. There must be more to their relationship. I'll see what I can find.
So, hold on, I think we'll actually have to, how far is it? 900 meters. Okay. 'Cause I just want to see if this is anything. It's pretty easy to travel. What the hell is going on there, guys? What they're doing is running back and forth. So maybe I missed it, but I don't understand how Clifford can do anything because he's dead. I must have missed it somewhere, or maybe they haven't explained it yet, but I don't understand why he's able to control anything, or actually physically do anything because he's dead. I don't know. Hopefully I figure that out. If I don't by the end, I'll have to look it up.
Beginning scan. Stranding bridges ID. Fragile Express ID verified. All weapons will remain locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Well, we're going down. Higgs was here. Game over, Sam. God particle go-getter.
There we go.
Ah. Pretty cool. Let's see what that memory chip was. Oh, we can't do anything with it here. Okay. I believe we're going this way. Sorta. And if no cutscene or anything happens, we'll do the memory chip and read the emails and stuff before we do any... Oh. Okay. Before we do anything major. Okay. Something's gonna happen. Oh my god, dead man.
Got a moment, Sam? It's about the director. So there's no way he could have made the jump to Amelie's beach if they didn't share a strong personal connection, right? Well, I looked, and I couldn't see one. The network should have contained something, anything, but there was nothing whatsoever. His entire life prior to his tenure with Bridges has been redacted. His name, his past, everything. There's no telling who he was. Which led me to consider another possibility. What if it isn't the director and Amelie who have a connection, but the director and Clifford Unger? And what if that connection is what facilitated the director's jump to Amelie's beach? If it's those two who have a personal history, then it might explain why Cliff is holding the director hostage as well. But even if that were the case, it doesn't answer the bigger question. How the hell did the two of them end up on Amelie's beach?
Sam, Hartman here. There's something else I'd like you to consider. A guess, albeit an educated one, concerning Cliff's objective. Somehow, with the aid of the chiral network, our individual beaches have begun to coalesce, resulting in the formation of a single massive seam. Should this process continue, there is a risk that BTs will flood across into our world, bringing about a death stranding on a heretofore unprecedented scale. Now, Clifford Unger's battlefields and my own beach appear to be unaffected by this phenomenon, existing entirely in isolation. They do not and have never intersected with others. But what if there were another class of beach, one that exists on a higher plane, that was responsible for setting this process in motion? And what if the beach in question were none other than Amelie's? Cliff may have summoned the director, but I believe his true aim was to seize control of Amelie's beach, to exploit its power over every other beach, and trigger the last stranding. It's the only rational explanation for Cliff's actions, which is why you have to stop him.
If Hartman's right, then we're in serious trouble. Using the chiral network in Amelie's beach to trigger the last stranding? That's why Higgs went after Amelie, wasn't it? If it was Cliff who put him up to it. Yeah, it all fits. With the last stranding, he'll finally have his revenge against the world that stole his life and his child. You've got to stop him, Sam. You've got to make the jump to Amelie's beach as soon as possible. Get in and get her back. It's our only hope. If you can't, then we're all doomed.
Okay. I'm still wondering though, since he's dead, how he can do so much. I mean, wouldn't you then have to worry about literally every person that has died because they all have beaches? This is crazy. Okay, so we're gonna have a cutscene and some stuff.
hand it over.
Shoot him, John. Shoot him! I gave you an order. Shoot him!
Alright, so... I mean, he is kind of... Technically, I mean, he's in his right. You shouldn't... And it makes sense that he is doing everything. I just don't get how he can do it all being dead. I'm your Die Hardman. So I guess that puts us on chapter 11 now? I'm not sure. Episode 11, Clifford Unger. Ooh. Across the battlefield and go to Cliff. Oh yeah, we've done that before.
He's gotta be somewhere, right? Is his target Lou?
Probably to get Lou back and to kill whoever works with Bridges.
This time.
Really? Be the third time with Clifford. If I were to guess, this will probably be like our last fight with him. Oh, crypto biotes. Okay, just that one, that's weird. I should have brought a rocket launcher. Okay. That's with our 2 handguns.
I'll make it right. Engage hostile. Open fire.
Oh. Alright, you know what? Let's get out the assault rifle. Who the hell? Alright. People were getting me from everywhere. Well, honestly, those handguns are horrible. Alright, defeat Cliff. I'm just dropping these handguns.
I'm sorry. I was born to fight. I'll make it right.
So we can't sneak them, okay.
Shoot the motherfucker.
No need for names, Cliff. Wow. So I can't even see him.
Draw and regroup. We need reinforcements. Move.
I need these blood bags.
It's all my fault. Get my baby. I was born to fight.
See, the thing about this right now is it's very hard to see some people if they're in the bushes.
It's all my fault. Taking fire! Tango!
And all this stuff on the screen, to be honest, where your ammo is, kind of makes it not. I don't want to say confusing, but I'm focusing more on that than I should be. Just because it's right there in my face. Oh, that's Cliff. Really? Why would it auto-aim me to the tree? Honestly, if they could just do some really good stuff with gunplay, they could make a really good, like, war game.
We need reinforcements. Go!
Let's go ahead and drop some of these as well.
My dear.
What? Wow, okay. For some reason he doesn't even have a gun. Or he didn't, he would not draw the gun. has the high ground.
Me! Open fire.
See, I don't know where he is. I can't see him. This is pissing me off.
Me!
How did he not die there? Come on, use the gun.
Retreat!
That same thing happened there. I don't know what it was. But even though he has his gun out, you go to aim, and it just won't aim for some reason. I don't want that handgun.
We need reinforcements! Move! Die hard, man.
Let's go ahead and wear this armor plates. Ooh, I would like that shotgun.
Baby. I will fight. Die hard,
I can see him.
baby. Die hard, man. My name is Clifford Unger. I need you. Where's my baby? Taking fire!
New blood bag, I didn't even get hit. Ah, shoot. Oh wow, they're coming from everywhere. Come on, man. Aim and shoot. Somehow only have one left.
Give me back my friend.
I was gonna say, there's a lot of shotgun shells, man. Whew.
Baby, we're getting out of here. I promise. Give me back my baby. Are you Clifford Unger? Who are you? Are you the father? They told me your name was Sam Porter. But you were Sam Bridges. My bridge to the future. Sam, you bring people together. You're their bridge to the future. Come on, Sam. Stand up.
do something, I have to do it. I have to. But I served under you first. And your family doesn't deserve this. Any of this.
Why are you helping me? If they catch you.
Because you saved my life, sir. Again and again. When the brass sent us into the jaws of hell, it was you that brought us home.
I absolutely love the resolution to Clifford. That was awesome. I knew he was not really a bad person or a bad guy. A B, come on. Oh, that's 47 hours, 17 minutes, 3,681 kilograms of cargo, 292 pieces delivered, and we've traveled 211 kilometers. Pretty cool. But yeah, I love Clifford Unger's ending right there. That was amazing. Bring back my baby. Well, we're on chapter 12 now.
Sam, are you okay? I reviewed your logs. It looks like you were caught in a supercell and emerged an instant later on the other side of Ground Zero. Not far from Port Knot City.
How'd I wind up here then?
Remember Victor? He found you lying unconscious by the harbor and brought you inside.
I think Cliff might be Lou's father. He said, "Give me back my BB."
Impossible. Cliff was born...
He gave me this. Maybe he's trying to tell us something. Something about the BBs, maybe. About how they were made. It didn't feel like he was trying to hurt us. It felt like he just wanted to talk.
But you said you saw him holding the director captive on the beach.
Yeah. They must have some history we don't know about. Them and Bridget.
Funny you should say that. I've got something you should see. Found it in the archives while I was digging around. It's a pre-recorded message from the director labeled, "If I don't come back."
All right. This message is insurance, in case something happens to me. For Bridget's eyes only. And I sure as hell hope that's who's watching. I got a little present from Emily. Said she'd take me to the beach if I wanted. But I'd need this doll to show me the way. It's a trap. It has to be. But I've decided to play along. You've all been playing along too, haven't you? You know this mask hides more than just my face. Well, Emily's a blank slate too. No past. No record she ever existed. She's a ghost. And the thing about ghosts... I never met Emily in person. Have you? Ever seen her in the flesh, shook her hand, touched her? The original team we sent was divided into two groups. Amelie was with the first. Mama and Hartman were with the second. They had no direct contact with her.
Yes. Amelie's group was wiped out in Edgenorth City. Everyone but her. Everyone who could say whether or not she exists.
Bullshit. She's real. We've touched, all right? She and I both.
Well, I've only ever interacted with her hologram.
I'm telling you, I've met her. In person. Lots of times when I was little.
Yes, but on the beach.
Here's what the president had to say about her daughter. Amelie was born on the beach. There her Ka remained, though her Ha came to this world. This division of body and soul forced her to spend most of her childhood in the hospital. But though her health was poor, her Doom's numbers were off the charts. Her supernatural talents blossomed as she grew older and overcame her limitations. But by the time she was 20, she could travel to and from the beach, body and all. And that's where she started spending all of her time. Now, if you wanted to get in touch with Emily, it was via hologram or nothing. The president insisted on that. I swore an oath to the president and to America. As far as I was concerned, her word was law. So when she said Amelie was her daughter and the best candidate to succeed her, I believed it. But when the archives were restored, I couldn't resist testing out my access privileges. And that's how I found out Bridget was diagnosed with uterine cancer in her 20s and couldn't have children. You see, doesn't add up, does it? There's no way Amelie could be Bridget's biological daughter. So where'd she come from? Who is she? Is she even real? How can we be sure that Amelie is an extinction entity when we don't even know if Amelie is Amelie? Hell, for all I know, the EE theory might be bullshit. But if it's not, if she's the cause of the death stranding, then I have to accept her invitation. I've loaded my gun with hermetic rounds. Sam's blood. It connects my gun to her, to me, to him, all of us. Which means I should be able to take it with me to the beach. I'm gonna stop what she started by stopping her. One last confession. I'm just a man. No powers, nothing special. Don't have dooms, I can't repatriate like Sam either. Don't know the first thing about dying, I had never tried it. Yeah. I've been to hell. Every single battlefield was hell. But no matter how terrible it got, I never died. Because all I ever did was run from death. Well, I gotta go. She's calling for me. Bridges, don't let me down.
Episode 12, Bridges. That was really cool. I like that. And that's true. We've only seen
After he
the
recorded
hologram.
this, the director jumped to the beach. Or rather, Amelie summoned him there.
He had a gun to Bridget when I saw him.
And now that makes sense to
Then
me.
Cliff showed up, took him away.
I thought he went to the beach to confront Amelie.
Yeah, she was there too. She was the one who got me out.
It's so obvious to me now. I can't believe I didn't see it sooner. It was Amelie who...
What happened?
The chiral network dropped out. According to Lakna, it won't be long before it's completely unusable.
So all our hard work was for nothing.
Let me finish what I was saying, Sam.
I'll tell him.
Fragile. You look like shit. You should be resting.
I know. I need to tell you something. I had a little chat with Higgs back on the beach. Didn't take much to make him talk.
You say why he betrayed you?
He said it was part of her plan.
What?
She was their leader. The terrorist void outs, the whole extinction agenda, Amelie was behind it all.
Like hell she was.
I know you don't want to believe it, but it lines up with what Die Hard Man said. Higgs turned on me after he met Amelie. At first, he was looking to expand his territory, and I had a power he could use. At least, that's how he ended up working with me. He was no terrorist. He just wanted to reach more people. But then she shows up with abilities that put mine to shame. Hell, she could even control BTs. So Higgs decides to go with her. And that's when she turned him into her agent of extinction.
Amelie gave Higgs his power.
Yep, she made him her homo demons.
What about Bridget? You care to tell me what she was doing on the beach? You got an answer for that too?
I know it's a lot to swallow. But Higgs said himself that Amelie is an extinction entity. I looked inside his pod, and there was no BB in there. Take a good look at what was. It's the same doll Die Hard Man had. This is their bridge baby. There's this idea that the terrorists brought back BB tech and Bridges was just following suit. It's garbage. Their methods and yours are completely different. Your BB links you to the world of the dead. Their doll links them to Amelie and her beach.
You know who else had dolls like this? Cliff. He was carrying them on the battlefields. Cliff, Higgs, the director. All three of them were drawn in and controlled by this extinction entity. And who is this EE really? Is it Bridget? Is it Amelie?
All I can say is that the answers are on the beach. What she wants and why.
If we get to the bottom of that, then maybe we can still avert the last stranding.
You've got to find her, Sam.
Whoever she really is.
She's waiting for you on the beach. Hurry back east.
Sam, the connection's unstable, so I'll keep this short. We have a job for you. Fragile's condition is deteriorating. If she slips into a coma, there's a chance her soul might become stranded on the beach. She needs cryptobiotes fast. Luckily for us, Fragile Express keeps a stockpile there in Port North City. So we'd like you to grab some for us while you're in the area. All the details are on the terminal upstairs. Please, Sam, this is critical.
Okay, well that's a lot to take in, and we're gonna have to end this one because, man, it's been a long one. Over an hour and 40 minutes. When we come back, we're gonna go ahead and read whatever emails we got, stock up, and try and stay fragile. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day, and I'll see ya. Bye.